The Almanack of Naval Ravikant by Erik Jorgensen. The man who manufactured his luck. He traded the hustle of New Delhi, India, for the bustle of Queens, New York, before his 10th birthday. But during this move, little Naval Ravikant had no idea he would become one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the US in just a handful of years. From Uber to Twitter, the companies he invested in took the world by storm and made him an exceptionally wealthy individual. Today, apart from being an avid investor, he's the co-founder and CEO of AngelList and has a podcast where millions tune in for inspiration. This kind of worldwide adoration is anything but a stroke of luck. It's a system of habits, beliefs, and practices that you can employ to create a 2.0 version of yourself. Whether you're preparing for your SATs, are unsure about the future, or are a C-level executive stuck in a corporate rut, Naval Ravikant has a nugget of wisdom for you. And among these is understanding the concept of wealth. The wealth game. From being able to buy all the candies you want, to owning pimped-out rides, to not worrying about retirement, being crazy rich is everyone's dream. Because money not only gives you the freedom to live life on your terms, it supplies a sense of security and stability unlike any other. But being rich doesn't equal being wealthy. Wealth is a naturally occurring infinite resource. We only need the right mindset to acquire it. Money is the temporary reward you get for putting a certain amount of time into an activity. Work for 8 hours every day and you'll get a paycheck. That's not wealth. That's just your time being exchanged for money. Instead, aim for streams of revenue that can make you money even while you sleep. And wealth that can free you from the 9-to-5 sentence may seem ludicrous, but is entirely possible when you're building specific knowledge instead of the same old replaceable stream of information. Whether it's sales skills or music, ace your passion. You're playing the long-term game, not simply concentrating on the next paycheck. Instead of quitting early, compound your returns by sticking with people and businesses for longer. You're focusing on earning with your mind, not your time. Leverage your knowledge of the modern world to create positions of advantage. You're putting your name on projects and taking complete accountability for your actions through asymmetrical risks. Be ready to fail once and improve tenfold. You're either building or buying equity in a business, something that will continue to make money long after the initial investment. True financial freedom means making money through equity. Above all else, financial independence is achieved when you're not actually thinking about money. Instead, you're focused on creating value and genuinely enjoy the grind that goes into it. From John D. Rockefeller to Jeff Bezos, nobody wrote a financial success story because of a well-paying job. They all believed in creating equity. Be the better judge. Unless you're a robot, utterly incapable of learning new information and programmed with just a few dozen presets, judgment is at the core of our existence. About 2 million years ago, our ancestors first discovered fire and judged its incredible potential. Today, people at the forefront of the business world judge technologies like blockchain and AI. The right tech call in business can be the difference between millions and ruins. When applied to external challenges, wisdom helps you see the long-term consequences of your decisions. Hence, training your sense of judgment is the most important thing you can do, and it starts with building mental models. Supply and demand, game theory, and the law of diminishing returns are just 3 of the most widespread mental models. To be tremendously successful, you must build more relatable mental models for a better explanation of the world. Consuming content. Whether by reading books or listening to podcasts, develop a better judgment by consuming a steady and varied stream of content. Thinking clearly. Being intelligent is not enough. You must think clearly and communicate it simply to others. actively work on simplifying your knowledge bank. If you can't explain it to a child, you don't know it. Taking the hard road. If you're in a conundrum and can't decide between two equally good things, go with the one more challenging. You're guaranteed to learn more. Even though you've been making judgments all your life, developing an active and smart sense of judgment that leads you to make wealthier and happier decisions is something you must consciously work on. Good judgment is fundamentally the most crucial element to your success. Even if you are the fastest runner in a marathon, not knowing which direction to run means squandering your potential. Productize yourself. In business speak, productize refers to the process an idea goes through before making it to the public. Have a radical new design for a toothbrush? Working on a future bestseller? In any case, the idea must be productized before launch. Similarly, you must productize yourself as well. Whenever you're at the junction of launching a new idea, whether it is a service, product, or anything else, ask yourself, is this idea authentically me? If you don't have a passion for it, the venture isn't for you. Am I projecting myself into it? The idea must have your unique vision in it. The market doesn't need another clone of something. How will the idea scale? Be it with labour, capital, media, or code, the idea must be scalable. Although productizing yourself is tough and can take decades to perfect, it is a fantastic way to build better judgment and improve your life. But life isn't just about business ideas and wealth generation. You must also understand how happiness works. Decoding happiness. Be it the right kind of weather or the behaviours of others, we have little control over the world. Hence, it's futile to try to make the world work exactly as we want. The world will never bend to our whims, and that's why we need a better understanding of happiness and how to achieve it. First, let's examine what happiness isn't. Happiness is not a flurry of wholesome thoughts like puppies and kittens. It is not merely hiding away the dreary and melancholic thoughts either. Happiness is the complete absence of desire and thereby a choice. Take little Timmy as an example. As soon as he heard the ice cream truck chime, a desire for a sweet, creamy dessert formed in his mind. Now, unless he is handed the object of his desire, Timmy won't be happy. His happiness is inexorably linked to the prospect of getting ice cream. But what if he's unable to get to the truck on time? A crushing sadness will follow. And therein lies the problem. Like little Timmy, we too hinge our happiness on our desires. An opportunity evading us should not sadden us because it is not in our control. Only in the absence of any desire is when we can attain true happiness. Of course, this does not mean that you should purge all earthly desires and become a monk. It just means examining your inner self and choosing your own happiness. But all things said and done, is the road to happiness really that easy? The road to happiness. Once you've understood that happiness is something teachable and a choice you can make, the rest of the road becomes much easier to travel. You will find two essential requirements on this journey: to be at peace and to be present. A happy mind requires both. Being present is simple. Exist in the here and now. Stop worrying about the past or dreaming too much about the future. It's great to learn from the past and anticipate the future, but don't ignore all the wonderful things the present has to offer. Now, being at peace requires a bit more soul-searching. Because happiness means peace, and peace isn't achieved by chasing one purpose after another. Rather, find one internal purpose. Making a certain amount of money this year will soon be replaced by another loftier benchmark. That's essentially what's wrong with external purposes. But internal purposes, such as I want to be the best at what I do, bring inner peace. Fair warning though, The road to happiness features 2 hurdles big enough to bring you down. These are linking your happiness to your success, feelings like jealousy and envy. Remain aware of these hurdles. Make an active effort to avoid them, and you'll find happiness right around the corner. Nevertheless, you must have a strong catalogue of good habits to reach it. Let's say you want to develop the habit of walking. Here's how you can cultivate it. Visualize it. Imagine yourself walking in lush meadows and beautiful parks. Let that image stay in your mind. Plan to sustainably do it regularly and consistently. Don't go for a 2-hour walk in your first week. Plan for short 30-minute walks every day and build a routine. Tell your loved ones about the new you. This will make you feel accountable and push you to continue this new habit. Bask in the glory of your new self-image. A happy person is successful not because of their net worth, but because what they're doing is fulfilling. But are human beings genuinely given that many choices in their destinies? The choices we have. Pandemics, wildfires, wars, and economic hardships. The news makes it seem like we have little to no choice in what goes about in our world. Events unravel with a cosmic chaos that no mere mortal can meddle in. However, there are many facets of reality that we have complete control over. These are the facts of your life that you can alter and actively participate in. You can choose to be your own unique self and avoid falling into competition traps. There's nobody like you, so capitalize on that fact. Business or everyday life, your unique voice will set you apart in any room you enter. Choose to look after your body, mind, and soul. You can eliminate countless ailments and significantly improve your quality of life by eating right and meditation. Build and grow your skill set, emotional intelligence, and your entire self as a complete person through deliberate efforts in the right direction. Ultimately, with so much of life seemingly out of our control, there's enough of it within our power to live purposeful lives according to our own values, with real wealth and unlimited happiness embracing us. But the first step towards transforming your life must come from within you, because if you don't want to change the way things are done, no almanack can help you. In a nutshell, wealth is value. Money is merely what you get for your labour. To become wealthy, you must acquire equity and assets. Coding and media give you the best long-term leverage. You must become a better judge by developing a habit of consuming content, primarily through reading books. Building mental models is an excellent way of understanding the world. If you're uncertain about a choice, take the more challenging route. Happiness is the absence of desires and is entirely under our control. Be careful to avoid competition and choose to be your own unique self. Make an active choice to look after your body, chiefly through meditation. Make long-term plans. Don't just focus on your next paycheck.